Welcome to the deep dive.
Okay, so you sent us these fascinating notes on this legendary dad joke duel between Leo and Maya.
Right.
And we're here to unpack it. Today we're tackling this paradox. How can something designed to be weak, comedically speaking, the dad joke, actually be, well, socially strong?
That's exactly it. That's the core mission here. And what we found, looking through your sources, is that these jokes, they're defined by something called anti-humor.
Anti-humor.
Yeah, think predictable, kind of corny one-liners. They're almost designed, to get a groan out of you just as much as a laugh. It's really a social ritual, a guaranteed low-stakes way to sort of reinforce bonds.
Okay, let's unpack this then. What's happening under the hood? Linguistically, I mean. What trick are they pulling off to basically guarantee that groan?
Well, the main mechanism is just exploiting linguistic ambiguity, basically the pun.
Ah, the pun.
Exactly. And your sources show they mostly work in one of two ways. Take Maya's joke, for instance. What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta.
Oh boy, yeah, I'm groaning already. C. Success. That's a classic homophonic pun. It just relies on words that sound similar. Impasta standing in for imposter. Simple sound substitution.
Okay. But Leo's joke, the one about the anti-gravity book, it's impossible to put down, that feels a bit different now.
It is, yeah. Good catch. That's semantic ambiguity. It's using the same phrase, put down, but with two distinct meanings. Literally placing the book down versus stopping reading it.
Right.
And here's where it gets really interesting. What these jokes are doing, quite deliberately, is violating a fundamental rule of conversation.
Which is?
That words should have, ideally, one single, clear meaning and context. They're intentionally muddying the waters.
Huh. So they break the rule about clarity, and the punishment is a groan. Wait, why is that negative reaction proof they actually succeeded? Why is the groan the goal here?
It comes back to something the sources mention called the benign violation theory.
Benign violation.
Yeah. Dad jokes are definitely a violation. They break that linguistic norm we just talked about. But critically, they're completely harmless, right? No one gets hurt by a bad pun.
Hopefully not.
So the violation feels safe, benign, even maybe fun. That groan isn't real anger or annoyance. It's more like an acknowledgement that you broke the rule, but in a playful way.
Okay, so it's like the price of admission for playing the game. I remember the source mentioning Leo telling that awful moon restaurant joke.
Oh, the great food but no atmosphere one. Terrible.
And he took pride in how disappointed the listener was. That disappointment was the point, the payment.
Exactly right. Which really changes how we should view this duel, doesn't it? This whole thing looks like competition on the surface.
Yeah, like a duel.
But it's actually collaboration disguised as conflict. The real objective isn't really to win by being objectively funnier. The goal is just to keep the game going, to sustain that shared kind of goofy interaction.
Okay, but isn't that true for lots of conversations? Banter, maybe? What makes the terrible joke, the anti-humor, particularly good for, bonding?
Well, it's the shared emotional experience. That back and forth, the setup, the punchline, the anticipation.
The communal groaning.
Especially the communal groaning. All that releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It actually fosters trust and connection, maybe even faster than a really serious conversation might.
And by doing this totally harmless sparring, just trading these awful jokes, Leo and Maya are, building up resilience?
That's what researchers call relational resilience, yeah. It's like giving the relationship a little workout. Practicing these tiny social attacks, the bad joke, and then immediate repair, the shared groan or
so they learn, they can kind of poke each other playfully, be a bit annoying even, and it's okay. They're still accepted.
Exactly. So ultimately, the power of the dad joke isn't really in the punchline itself. It's in the interaction it sparks. The goal isn't just to be funny, it's to be together in a funny way.
It's amazing how fundamental that is.
Yeah.
And it feels like such a dad thing, but you're saying it's older?
Oh, much older.
Oh, yeah,
the term dad joke is pretty recent. First time in print was apparently 1987.
Wow, that late.
Yeah. But the form itself, the pun, the wordplay, it's ancient. We actually know they were cracking jokes like this, puns and riddles, in the Greek joke book, Philoggelos. That's over 1,600 years ago.
1,600 years.
This kind of humor, this genre, it's basically timeless folklore. It's just part of how humans connect.
So this wordplay isn't just ancient history. It's still maybe the simplest, safest tool we have to break the ice and, I guess, break the rules at the same time. Something to think about next time you have to explain the difference between an imposter and an impasta.
You're taking part in a very, very old ritual.